Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hold your power.
I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism, and with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. You will fail at some point in your life, accept it. You will lose. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. You will embarrass yourself, you will suck at something. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I didn't quit. I prayed. I prayed. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break.
Tyrese Gibson disappeared August the 22nd, 2020. He was last seen at his residence, picked up by a young lady named Brianna. 4 suspects have been arrested in the disappearance of Tyrese Gibson. The 4th suspect will be tried as an adult. Any information can help. If you know anything, please call Jacksonville Police Department, 903-586-2549. If you see something, say something. Hey family, how is everybody doing today? Today is August the 13th, 2021. You guys, how's everybody doing? Today is a Friday. And we came on a little bit early. I wanted to get all the announcements out of the way. I know you guys been waiting for this, so we're gonna wait a little bit. So you guys talk to family members in the house. Let me see who's all in here. We've got one of Swiss's family members up in the building, and it's a big one too. But he just said he's gonna get some revenge or something's going on. Hey Rhonda, how you doing? Pisces Princess, Crystal, Zena, Cherie, Sonia Watts. We got Gloria, Renee, Tracy P, Christina Patterson is in the building. Dawn, Pride, Mary, Leslie, how you doing? Iris, you should get your gift by now. Leslie, it should be on its way. Zena, Barbara Salisbury, Jessica, Shay Works by Faith, Carolyn is in the building. We got a lot of family members in here. Wanda, how you doing? Carolyn, how you doing? Diane, how are you? Ruby Turner, Southern Sass is in the building. Wella Helamina, how are you doing? Linda Williams, Enlightened One. You guys, are you guys ready for this? Oh Lord, it's just some stuff going on here. Tricia, how are you doing? Loving God, nice to see you in the building. Let's see who else is here. Miss Dee Dee is in the building. Yes, there's a lot of stuff going on. Little Linda, Empress of Weirdness is here. Let me get my girl Zan up in here, you guys. We got to get her in here. Hold on for 1 minute. We still making adjustments. I've got the footage. I didn't try to go and look and see if it was working the way I needed to work. It's a 30-minute video. You guys, we're going to take a look at it, and then, or you guys are going to look at it. I know you guys are going to be somewhere in your feelings and all this other stuff. Let me text her. Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been running all day. So, yes, my phone's is draining and going down and conducting business. Hey, thank you. SB times 3 is in the building. She said, SB applying pressure. You look stunning as always, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel like it. It feels like I done went through 2 or 3 fights today. That's what I feel like. I'm just telling you guys. I feel like I done went through 2 or 3 fights today. I'm not feeling my best, but I've been wanting to share this with you guys for the last 2 days. Yesterday, I wanted to share with you. The only reason that I didn't come on late as we got done, because we started about 9 o'clock, and then we went over it a couple more times, and we found more stuff that I know you guys are going to find, and it's a lot of stuff going on. So I just want you guys to know, I don't know what I was doing, but I want to thank SW times 3 for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for that super chat. Let's see. We got the baby ones in here now. So let's see what's going on. All right. You guys been requesting nothing but the babies by themselves. And we found some that was really getting it going on. You guys will see when that one girl was doing that dance and her mama or her grandma was sitting on the porch and she hit her upside the head one way, and then she hit her upside the head. She said, girl, you better go. We finna fight. That had me rolling and laughing because she was like sitting there, you know how we do. And the girl seems like she has a really good relationship with her grandmother. It looks like she's her grandmother. It don't look like it's her mom. But you have to really look at that video when she do that. We'll play it again real quick. But I want you guys to just look when she does that. She kills me. She kills me. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you very much. So yeah, that girl kills me. Y'all want to see it again? She kills me when she does that to her grandmother, because that's how I used to be with my grandmother and my mom. I would play around with them, hit them, and they'd be like, "Yeah, get it on," and then I'll do something to them, and they'd be like, "Girl, you better go on now." But check it out. We'll play it one more time for you guys. Thank you, SB times 3 in the building. All right, all right. And then that little boy, he doing his little dance, holding his pants like he knows how he's supposed to work it, and he's working it. So I like looking at the kids and the babies, you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. We got 9 more minutes. If anybody got any questions, let's get them questions a popping. I'm going to let you guys know that there are certain areas that I will touch on later on that's in this video. I've got them marked because we found something as we went over it again. And I want you guys to pay attention to it. And like I said, I will probably only release the full video of what we have to just the members only. It's the same video you're going to see, but it's without us in the building. You will probably not see me. I'm going to try to make the screen as big as possible. We were working on some of my skills, which I'm going to tell you guys, it takes me a while to get stuff, but when I get it, I got it and I'm running with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those type of people to learn something just to forget it. She says, I have to leave at 6. Don't worry. It is only but 8 minutes till. It's a 30 minutes video. We're going to start exactly at 5 o'clock. So don't worry. Don't worry. Unless it's already 5 o'clock over there where you at, or 6 o'clock where you at right now. But it is only about 7 minutes till 5 over here in my neck of the woods. You guys, first of all, I want to thank everybody for showing up. You guys are great. You guys, we are still working on the cash Gernon case. We're going to continue to work on that case. And things are happening over there, okay? So we are looking for some information and we're waiting on to see if we got it. But you guys, I want to share this video with you guys so bad that we're just going to take 30 minutes and go over every little detailed things. Now, I know you're going to have questions. I have invited Betty to come up on the panel just with me. And I know if other people want to come up on the panel, that's fine. But I want to speak to Betty for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And then I'm going to open up the panel for everybody. And the reason why I want to speak to Betty, because I had already spoke to Betty prior to this. And I kind of don't want to, I just kind of want to hear what her perception is after she sees everything. And then I want to hear everybody else's perception because I don't know. As sometimes I ask certain people to come up, and this is the particular time I'm just asking her. No reason why I could have asked Tracy, I could have asked Cheryl, I could have asked LaKendra, I could have asked Zan, I could have asked Freddie, I could have asked Sonia Watts, I could have asked Crystal Powers, I could have asked Little, I could have asked Tracia, but I just asked Betty because she always give a nice objective, and I value what she thinks. So that's why I value what all of you guys think, to be honest with you. But I just wanted to hear one person's perspective on it instead of clouding my mind up with 5-10 other people. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Mystical Butterfly, how are you doing? But there is one thing I want you guys to understand that I didn't see this before, the 30th, 40th, 50th time that I seen this video, but I noticed something. And it happens at the 5-minute mark of this video. And like I said, I probably will just open that video up for everybody because I think everybody needs to see it. And then you will know exactly what I'm saying, that the head of this person does get bigger at one time and then get smaller. And I was like, what the heck? I mean, it was weird to see this. And like I said, I had to go over it and over it and over it and over it. And I make him do it while we're on here. So we're going, we're just going to look at it. You guys tell me what you think about it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. We still got 4 minutes. Make sure everybody that comes in the building hit the thumbs up. And then share. Share. We need to make sure everybody that's seeing anything on this case sees this video, because it will make a difference to them what they think and what they believe, because now you will see everything for what it is. And this is why I myself feel the way I feel about this case. It's the reason why I feel, because of the information. It's called a perception. Hey, Sugar Mama, how you doing? When you have a perception about something, it's hard to change a person's mind because of what they know and what they see. You guys understand what I'm saying? Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the super chat. Linda says, I'm in the building. Thank you for the super chat, SB times 3. And thank you, Linda Williams. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for even coming in here. We've got 2 more minutes. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as you come in the building. If you're not a part of the channel, you can go ahead and subscribe and become a part of this family, because that's what we are. We come together and we talk about things. We do sometimes, there's be a little things going on, but we try to keep this drama free. If you see the people in blue, they are the mods. They are for you. They are our security. They help you navigate. They're not in here to intimidate anyone. They help you to not make any bad decisions or what you're saying in the chat. If it do not need to be in there, don't get mad. Just don't put it in the chat, you guys. Do not give them a hard time, because They are here to try to help our channel grow and keep us as professional as possible. Even me, I will get calls sometimes and say, you missed this and you missed that, because that's what the mod's job is to do, to be the eyes when I can't see. You guys know, I wear big glasses, I wear my contacts, and I finally got some contacts. So, and I still can't see. And so sometimes, if you think that I'm picking on you, please let me know. Don't just leave and get mad. Sometimes I pretty much try to pick on a little bit of everybody. We've got somebody in the building named Shy Lovely Blessings. How you doing? Thank you for showing up. That's a new person. How you doing? Andrea Dupree is in the building. Thank you guys for showing up. We're finna go ahead and get started. It is 5 o'clock. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for showing up. Let me see what's going on here, and we will get right on to it. Let's see, where's that one at? It does what it do. I'll be looking for things, and they now let me start to name my files. So I haven't named them all, but I still look for some files. I still look for them. So once I find them, I'll be like, okay, that's that file. That's what that is. But right now, I am still looking for files. See, I am still looking for this file. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Let me see. Let me look again. Oh, wow. I really do not see it. Wow. I don't see this file. Okay. It's okay. That was a good file. I couldn't tell you where it's at right now. Hopefully I didn't take it out. If I did, it will be gone. I don't know where it could be. Let's see.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
All right. Okay, you guys, I'm finna start sharing my screen, and we're finna get right on into this. I told everybody we're going to start exactly at 5 o'clock, and here we go. So let me do what I do. Let me work this magic. Okay. I'm learning this stuff. Hey family, this is SB News Niggas, and we're going to go over this video. Today is August the 12th, 2021, and we're going over the surveillance video of what happened to Cash Gernon on May the 15th, 2021. This is Carter. This is Cash's twin brother. And as you see, we done slowed this video down 800 times. So that 4-minute video is going to last 30 minutes here. And as you see, Carter has came back from somewhere. We don't know where he had entered the room. Okay, everybody, is all the is the volume okay? Please put a 1 in the chat. Is the volume okay? All right. At this particular time, it's supposed to be 5 a.m. in the morning, and we don't know if that's true or not. There is no timestamp or date stamp on this video. As Carter is getting into bed, he makes sure that he does not wake his brother or startle him. So he gets in the bed, 1 foot at a time, and he pulls the cover up so that he can share the bed with his brother. He looks over there at him as to speak to him or to see if he's up, and then he pulls the cover over onto himself. Carter is actually in the bed, got the cover, and also, kind of looking underneath the cover, and he's sitting there. He's sitting there. I'm just moving it just a little bit, and he just don't just go straight and lay down. He's sitting there now. If the lights was off, he would not just sit there and look at the dark. So now he's starting to lay down, you guys, and we're gonna get off into some of this stuff that we may agree on or disagree. There's a little movement going on. So here we go. As Carter is laying down in the bed, there is still a little movement in the bed. Like I said, the lights are supposed to be off, so Carter looking at his brother and moving around like if Cash is gonna move, like he's trying to get Cash's attention or something. So he's moving around in the bed a little bit, and then there you see that he just lays down, and he knows that his feet is out of his brother's way, and so he's still moving. So he has not even went to sleep. So here's the first note. Carter is wide awake. Now the lighting has changed, and the person that's coming in there, the intruder, is coming in, and there's an item right there. I didn't know what that item was. Found out it's an arm. It's an arm going up to this intruder's head, as if he's talking to someone, either on a phone, a headset, or earpiece or something. But he has his arm up to his head as he comes into the room. And I want you to look at the back, right next to the backpack. There is a flickering of a light. Now, if this was nighttime and the lights was off, you will not see a reflection of a light flickering. You just will not see that in the dark at night, unless it's a reflector or, like, or something that was silver, like keys that has some kind of metallic something on there. But you see a light flickering right there. You know why you see that light? Because the camera has been adjusted as if it was a nighttime video in the dark, but it is not. This area is fully lighted, and that is why when you see the intruder come, he steps to the left of the bed, knowing that that is where Cash is laying. So he already knows his target and where his target is at. Okay, so the intruder's just standing there on the phone, and as he's standing there on the phone, something catches his eye, and you'll see it right now, right there, right behind the intruder. You see this light that goes across there, and it goes across his body, and he looks at the camera or the glass that is reflecting the light from either a car outside or there's movement on the inside of the house. Now, looking at this almost the 30th time, my observation is that someone came to that patio door, the entrance to that bedroom, and opened the door, and that is probably why we seen that light go across there, because right after we seen the light, he turns towards the doorway, and he's standing there conversating on the phone, and there is even actually a light in his eyeglasses right there. So that tells you there's light on in the house. But somebody could open up the patio door or something, and that's why the light was behind him. But um, he is talking still on the phone and still towards looking at the patio door. And he goes back into a stance again, looking at Cash as Cash laying there in the bed. Now, this is very important, this part that's coming up right now. video seems like it had just completely stopped, and then he looks up. And you see how quick that move was? Now it's red, like there was a slice. When it comes back, he's looking at the door, the patio door again, or the camera, and now he's moving again. Some people say, well, if there's no movement, then the camera shuts off. I don't know if that is true or not, so I will not elaborate on that. But now he's moving again, and he puts his arm up, and he takes his arm down like he was finna do something, and I don't see the other arm back up to his head anymore after that splice. It was a whole bunch of movement had to happen, which we don't get to see because of the splice. And the intruder's just standing there, and it seems like it could be splice again, or he is in just a stance. I mean, when there's absolutely no movement, there's no breathing going on, no swaying or anything for a long period of time, it's very hard for a person to stand still like that. No head movement, no body. Now there's movement again. And he turns back towards the camera, or as you could say, the doors, the patio doors. And he turns back towards the patio doors, and he turns completely around as if he just got a phone call, because his hand to the left goes back up to his head again, and now he's standing there, and there's still a little movement going on, so we do know that he must be talking to someone on the phone, getting orders on what to do, and getting convinced on to do it. That's just my perception. Yours might be something else. We're going to talk about it. There's no movement whatsoever. Absolutely none. As if this is a still picture and someone just let it run for a little while and took out what they wanted to take out. But he's starting to move his shoulders now. You see his left arm is up to his head again as he's talking on the phone. And looking at Carter. As you look, the video is blurring in and out as it's trying to stabilize for some reason. And I don't know what that's all about. Unless there was movement, a camera shouldn't want to try to stabilize. It's a long period of time when there's no movement. Just standing there on the phone looking at cash. Arms not moving, legs not moving, backpack's not moving, head's not moving, foot not move, not buckle or anything. Nothing moves. This is as slow as it gets. And there's not a wiggle, as if somebody's putting these still pictures in there. Okay, so now there's movement. And he kind of being, see, now the camera dimmed and picks him up. His movement was so fast you didn't see him bending over to see Cash. You just seen him kind of bend and then down. He's all the way down with Cash. And this is a 800 times slow. So we should have been able to watch him bend over and the camera would have picked it up. The camera did not pick it up because I believe that this video had been sliced and they wanted you to see him, whatever he did not do right or didn't do the way they wanted to do. But now the intruder has his arm, his right arm on the cover. Seems like he's checking out the comforter that's on the bed, and he's checking out something on the child as the child lays there. And he's starting to grab the comforter really slow. He's grabbing the comforter and he's lifting it, lifting it, lifting it. And he shifts it to the middle of the bed. And this is what amazes me, because he knows that the other kid is in the bed. He drops it down, and he did not drop it down really slow. He drops it down. And the first thing he does is he smells the comforter, like something, an odor has hit him, and he smells his hand. I want you to pay attention to Cash right now, because there's a light that comes again, and then it goes across the floor this time. Guys see it? I don't know what that is, and like I said, it could be those patio doors opening up. There's movement in the house. That's the only thing it could be, because that is the reflection that you see that's coming across there, light in glass or something that's metallic, that's moving. That's why you see the movement. That is not due to the camera. That is due to movement in the house, other than the intruder that's now just standing there looking at Cash in a position that was, for a short time, not moving. As he goes closer to the crib, he's bending down, and so now he props his head up towards the window and stands there as if he's talking to someone at the window, or they're telling him that as he picks up the child, he needs to make sure he let them get a picture of the child as he commits this act here. He's moving closer to the bed. And now he is actually, and you see there's a reflection on the backpack and it's flickering. he is touching the child's head. And not only that, the little dark space that was in the window now has a little light in the window that you can see. I'm not going to put arrows up there, you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys can see this. He's touching the child head and doing something. But the video, the person actually stopped moving again. He put both hands down, and now he's putting both hands up to his face. Camera dims again. Now just remember, he just moved, and now it clicks back to his arm, and Carter raises up. Carter raises up, and the intruder turns around and speaks to Carter. He speaks to Carter, and Carter's got his head leaning out of the bed, watching everything that's going on. Carter knows this person very well and is not startled. Carter didn't scream, he didn't holler, he didn't say, "Who are you?" Or just remember, Carter wasn't asleep when the intruder came in also. This is a 4-minute video, so in 4 minutes, Carter was not asleep. Carter sees exactly who it is, and he is not scared like it's somebody that's not supposed to be there. Carter is very intrigued on wondering, what are you doing? He still has his head leaned over and watching as he bends down to cash. Carter's head is still watching the intruder. Alleged intruder. Because why would Carter just lay there and watch? If it was dark, what would Carter be looking at? He never did put his head back down. Carter is just watching him. And now he's picking up the baby and he's taking a turn, and he stops for 1 second so that they can get the picture right there. And he makes sure, because he made sure his right hand was on his chest so he could stabilize the child. And Carter watches him walk out with his brother. Carter's head never did lay back down. But as you see right here, you see Carter? Carter's looking. As if, I know this person very, very well, but I don't know what they're doing. This is my perception of what I see, and this is why I believe there's more people involved, and I believe that there is someone being framed, and my perception is only by the information that I am looking at. Carter still has not put his head down and still watching to see what is going on out there. Now, if this room was pitch black, Carter's head wouldn't stay up so long to look, because when you're in a dark room and you don't see anything because the lights is out, there's nothing to look at. Video is sliced again. That's when you see the red. The video is sliced. Now it is supposed to be 7 a.m. in the morning, and this is the second part of the surveillance. And you see another person comes in. Allegedly, this is supposed to be Darian Brown again, but you see the person more clear. You see their color more clear. The curtains has changed. The toys that was on the side of the wall in the cupboard shelf has changed. The bedding has changed, and this person walks in. It looks like they have a monitor on their leg, or they have something on there. But we did find out there was no home security device. So that was just the bedding and how his pants kind of folded over his shoes. He's talking to the child. He's pet the child on the head. He's talking. You see his lips moving. He's talking, and I don't know what he's saying. Somebody else is going to be working on that. Hopefully, Kenny. Anywho's, he stands there. This person stands there and kind of look at Carter. Carter moves a little bit, so we do know Carter is woke. And this person gets ready to walk out the door. They do not look at the camera at all. They do not look at the window. They do not look at the door that they just came into. They literally do not pay attention to any of that. And they get ready to walk out in another exit, which we found out that door is locked down. That is another problem. How can that door be locked down and that person go out that door? Because the FBI couldn't get out the door. The woman couldn't get out the door. The man could not get out the door. But this person had to get out the door or walk along the side of the end of the room, which makes no sense. They would have known. Or maybe they didn't know. But the first person intruder did not even try to attempt to go out of that door. That's a red flag to me. We're waiting. The camera is still rolling. The camera is still rolling, and then the camera's going to pick up again at some particular time. Just remember, you guys, this is a 4-minute video that we are now watching for 30 minutes, and you're seeing every little detailed things. And so I know you guys are going to have questions. You're going to have more of an understanding, or maybe you're going to be more kind of confused now because you were sit. Carter now gets up, and I don't know if time did pass because that was a long time. But Carter now gets up, and this is what we need to talk about too. Carter steps onto the bed, so he knows Cash is not there because he's stepping where Cash could have been. He know Cash is not there because guess what? He's seen them take Cash out. And then he's starting to step like this bed is wet. He picks up his feet like whatever's in the bed. I don't want to step on it. You see, he gap his legs like, oh my God, what did I step in? He looks down because he stepped into something and he's looking like, I don't want to step in it again. And he eases to the edge of the bed, to the side. And if you notice anything, his pants, his short pants that he has on is now pure black with a red stripe. And he eases on off the bed. He do not want to step on the bed because something is on that bed that Carter did not want to step on. Carter eases on down and gets out of the bed. with no problem. And Carter makes his way out of the room. And Carter is starting to walk towards the open patio doors. Now, the only thing that's happening now is as you look in the windows, it seems like there's some movement outside on the side of the house. There's movement because it's so early in the morning. We know that the wind is not blowing. So there has to be movement in the house. It looks like the curtain is going in and out, like either the window is open, or there's movement outside on the side of the house. Because 7 o'clock in the morning, there is not wind blowing. And even if that's an AC unit, it's not blowing like that where it's moving the curtain. So there's movement outside of that window. There's movement outside of that window to the right of that air condition. Now, time has changed now, and it's later. It's later. Carter comes back into the room. Carter seems to be looking for somebody. He's looking to the wall, and he kind of looks to the other door. And here's the problem. Carter looks right up at the camera. And that's when he says, either poor cash or old cash or whatever anybody got out of that when he makes that comment. And he stretches. And Carter knows better to even go by the window and look to see what they are doing. He will not go by the window at all. But he knows who done what they done, and he knows them very well. This is just my perception, you guys, and we can talk about it, and we will. Thank you.
Okay, everybody. Now, there's one thing I want to go back real quick because I know you guys got questions, but I want to go back to 2 points, 2 parts real quick. And because I want to elaborate on something that had me puzzled. I want you guys to see the same thing I seen. So I am going to go right back to that designated time is 5 minutes and 27 seconds to the 6 minute. So it's like 30 seconds. And I'm going to go over it like 2 or 3 times, but I really want you to look at it because And I want you to pay attention to the person's head and how when he's looking at the camera, anytime he's looking at the camera, it's like fuzzy, 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 and it's big. But then when he goes to the side, it clears up and you can see the side. But when you're looking in front of the person, it's fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. And then when he goes to the side, and then the head goes from big head to little head. Okay. So let me pull that right back up because we've been learning how to do this, so I can do it. Don't worry. I'm not going to get lost, and go right to where we were at on that footage. This is why I wanted to do it. Uh-oh. $5.27.
Somebody could open up the patio door or something, and that's why the light was behind him. But
look at the head.
He is talking still on the phone.
Look at his head.
And still towards.
You see how big his head is?
The patio door. And he goes back into.
Then now look at his head. You guys see it? Right there? Did you guys see it? Let me show it to you again.
But somebody could open up the patio door or something, and that's why the light was behind him. But he is talking still on the phone and still towards looking at the patio door. And he goes back into a
you see that
again.
Did you see that?
Somebody could open up the patio door or something, and that's why the light was behind him. But he is talking still on the phone and still towards looking at the patio door. And he goes back into
right
there. Stance again right now. Somebody could open up the patio door or something, and that's why the light was behind him. But he is talking still on the phone and still towards looking at the patio door. And he goes back into a stance again.
You guys see, as soon as he turns his head, that's when you get clear vision again. Yeah, it's clear vision. So what Kenny was kind of trying to tell us, I'm seeing it, you guys. I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing it because he pointed it out. I'm seeing it because I'm like, hey, hold on. His head, when I release this video, you guys go back and you can blow just the head part up and you're going to see this big head. And then when it comes to the side, it's like, shrink. It actually shrinks. There's another part I want you guys to see. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not because I can't see the video. I can only see my screen. I can't see the chat. So I'm going to look on my phone. If you guys put a 1 in the chat, I know that you guys can hear what I'm saying. But I'm going to go to another point. It's 13:37. And okay, Betty said, yes, we can. Okay, thank you, Betty. Thank you. So 13:37. Yeah, I can't see the chat on here at all. I can only, you guys see you guys see my screen. It's really hard for me to navigate this, but at 13:37 there was something there. I can't remember what it was. I just wrote down the time, so let's see what it is. Oh, let's see what this is.
Like something, an odor has hit him and he smells his hand. I want you to pay attention to Cash right now because there's a light that comes again and then it goes across the floor this time. Can I see it? He smells the comforter. Like something, an odor has hit him and he smells his hand. I want you to pay attention to cash right now because there's a light that comes again and then it goes across the floor this time. That's it. Drops it down. And he did not drop it down really slow. He drops it down. And the first thing he does is he smells the comforter. Like something, an odor has hit him and he smells his hand. I want you to pay attention to cash right now because there's a light that comes again and then it goes across the floor this time. That's it.
Okay. So, you guys, anyway, I want to say hello to Mama J, Wooka-Woo's in the building, and Miss Quila is in the building, KT Ken, and thank you, Pez, for believing in this channel. I would like to go ahead and put the link up in the chat. And I would like Betty to come on up here and just talk to me for about 5 minutes, Betty. Would you please? And then I'm going to open up the panel. But I just want to kind of just talk to Betty real quick. And you guys, I know you guys got a lot of questions and you're going to call in. And that's why I did not want to do it on this Friday, this freaky, what is it? Friday the 13th. I didn't want to do it today, but it is what it is. I think I put the link in the chat. I'm not sure. Is it in the chat, you guys? I don't see it. Yeah, it's in it. So I want to thank one of our sponsors. That is Hold Your Power. If you guys do not have that channel, please subscribe to the channel. It supports this channel and we support that channel also. So that is one of our sisters channels. So go over there and support Hold Your Power. The link will be in the chat. Here we go. We got Betty on here.
Well, good evening, everyone. How's everyone this evening?
Good
How are
evening.
you, SP?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Oh, you doing a lot over there. You're doing a lot. Let me start by saying you did a marvelous job in narrating and pointing out some things. And now we're in the place of what we already knew. I'm sorry. I'm trying to position my camera so I'm not moving all around. We know what we know. And it's even evident now. Count me down because I like talking to you. So count me down. We know that this young man was deceased. That's what he was smelling. And I saw him get bigger. Then I saw him get shorter. That video that she presented to Daily News or whoever, that video was chopped up a lot.
Right.
They did some fast chopping. It might have even been some stuff they did from another day, but it was a lot of chopping done to that video.
Right.
And that little boy Carter knew not to go anywhere. He didn't even try to go to the window. He stood right there in the middle of the floor. And what we were seeing going across the floor, somebody was opening the door from one side of the room. You know how you crack your door? And if another room has light, it's gonna run across the floor.
Right.
So you got the door opening from, I guess, the front of the house, that side where the person that came in the morning went out from. And then you got the door opening where it looks like a lamp or something. But that room was well lit. It was not dark in there. And baby Carter was wide awake.
Okay.
And that person was, you're right. Remember back some time ago, people said he was talking to himself, talking about, and they say, you being creepy, just get him and come on out.
Yeah.
He was, whoever that person is that initially went in there, they weren't being creepy. They were taking instructions. That was
Right.
the phone that that's why, they were listening. It's almost like, come on, you don't really want me to do this. Do you want me to bring them out? What am I don't want to do this. You know how you going back and forth, you stand, but the still part, when they stood there for like 5 minutes, nobody stands that still. We can't sit that still.
Right. Right. Right.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what the prosecution presents, and what they present to the defense as to why they've now charged this young man, and why
Mhm.
no one else is being charged,
And
because
why
there's
they did a
multiple people involved.
and why they did
And
a crappy job investigating this, letting the whole family go back in the house without taking out stuff. That's the crime scene, and I don't understand why they didn't investigate that crime scene and keep it for a while.
well, if you think you have your man, and if the man that you don't want to get runs the town or the whatever, you're not going to lock him up. If his family is connected, you're not going to touch him.
Okay. Um, Thank you, Don Pride. Thank you, Mad. Thank you, Tiffany Drake. Drake. Thank you very much for the super chat. I had something else. Did you know that because I didn't know this until somebody told me. So I don't know how true it is, but did you know that Honcho Band's Cameron has a baby by Honcho Band's sister? That's Honcho
Hmm.
Band's sisters and Cameron's. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, the girl that
So
Cameron has a baby by is Honcho Band's sister. And I don't know. And I'm wondering, is they any kin to Michael Berry?
hmm. Hmm.
I didn't know that Cameron's baby is by, well, we know it's by a young lady, but I didn't know it was Honcho Band's sister.
It's a small area, SP. That community is very, um, just like we saw in the California City Boys case.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to talk.
Right.
Everybody want to say it was this person, but nobody wants to talk about the immediate circle right there.
Okay.
The neighbor says he fed them all the time. Where'd you feed them at?
Yeah. He
And I
said
remember
he said he brought food over
he
there
picked
all
food
the
up
time.
right all the time. But then you came back and said she never let them out the house.
Yeah. He
So
said,
when
"Don't
did you?
keep them
How
out."
did you see them? You never got. You fed somebody. Who did you feed?
Well, he must have seen the kids. He must have went over there and see the kids.
But they didn't look like they were, healthy. But at the same time, kids, picky eaters, whatever. Um, it was just a lot as you slowed the video down that I observed. And I say that we know, and we not detectives, not really, but you
Right.
should open up an agency though. You're really good. Um,
You
we
know what? I did not know that intruder come in
mm,
talking on the phone
exactly.
the
You
whole
saw it.
entire time. I mean, what intruder do you know that's going to go in to kidnap a baby and be
Mm,
on the phone the whole entire time?
mm. And he was snapping pictures. That's what you were seeing with the light the reflector. When he was doing certain things, like when he put the camera back, you know how you stick your phone in your pocket. Sometimes
Hmm.
it all depends on how you position it. It'll
Yeah,
take a picture.
we seen a little flashback there.
It'll take a picture.
So that gets me to believe on a theory that, okay, because I did hear this, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on out there. I did hear that Trevor's mother was paying Monica. So we, naturally we thought she was paying Monica to keep the kids. Could it have been she was paying Monica a debt that Trevor owed? And that's why the kids were never outside, because Trevor just left, didn't get his kids. You're not going to get your kids till you give me my money. You're just not going to get them. And one thing that I did hear is, and I'm just going to say this, I don't care who gets mad at me because I know they're going to get mad, that right before this incident happened, Monica was notified that Trevor's mother was going to come and collect the kids. The word was not come pick up the kids. The words were she was going to come and collect the kids. What, I mean, those are the exact words. What do you think about that?
Why would you be collecting something? Not, I'm coming to get my grandkids. I'm coming to collect. So when you're collecting something, that means you've paid off a debt. Or at least you think you have. And see, as I said, it always, to me, it points back to the dad. He did something, left Monica holding the bag. And Monica did her best. I don't know. I don't know who would send someone to do such a heinous thing to a child. I don't know, but I know she knows more than we would ever know. She knows the whole story. I think what disturbs me the most is that she would use that young man when she knows he has nothing to do with this. He was innocent. He did. He's not innocent in the sense he's innocent, but he did what he was instructed to do. He went in the room.
Right.
Because he came in one way and went out another. Right. Oh, okay. He came in one door and went out of another door. Right. The door that was sealed, that's the door he went out of. He didn't turn around and go back out the door he came in.
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me that that person went out that door, and I'm like, but the FBI couldn't get the door open. I mean, they or whatever, they could not get that door open. The young lady tried to open up the door, and then the man came and he pushed and pulled and tried to unlock, couldn't get the door open. Now, how did this person open up the door? Did they lock it afterwards after he left?
I think so. I'm sure. I like to know though how is it that we look at all kinds of crime stories? Why is this so cut and dry? And we are not experts, and we can punch holes in from even from what she presented. We can punch holes in that. You all were not that sleep. It's no way somebody came in the house. And as we can start right where it started at, that baby was not in the bed by himself. He was in the bed with a brother who was not asleep because the room was well lit. Right. The room was nice and lit, so he wasn't asleep. He was just laying there. Right. And when that person came in and was on the phone, was telling them he ain't sleep, he woke. What you want me to tell him? Right. Just tell him to lay down. It's okay. Okay. And that's what he did. He looked over at him and he told him lay down. He did lay down, but he didn't lay down. He's looking. He's just looking. Right. Now, he didn't stand up and look because he didn't want to get in trouble. Right. Remember, she said,
you know what?
Carter was smart.
Yeah, Carter was smart. But I thought Carter was asleep. But when Carter woke up and seen what this person is doing, they talked to him, and Carter kind of was like, yeah, but Carter didn't move his head, but you could see his head still laying down, looking at what happened. And when the person got up and took the baby, you see Carter's head go,
yep,
follow that person right on out the
person out the door.
That means Carter was just still in the bed watching the whole entire time.
And he said in the morning he went out the front door.
That's what he said.
And they said he came in through, okay,
Cameron said
the back door, this door right here. They look like they kicked it in. I mean, Jimmy, some kind of way. That's what they told us. So if they went out that same door, how did Carter say?
They went out front.
Cash went out front.
Think Monica knew that baby was going to say what he said that morning. They went out, Cash went out the front door. And she was like, like, he's a kid, don't listen. No, you listen to the kid. The kid went out the front door because that's what Carter seen. So she's trying to make it like, oh, he didn't know. So we looked around the neighborhood. That's when
I
Eric.
don't know. I wonder if, and we won't know these things because unless we're in the courtroom, I really wonder if the mother has allowed the police to even talk to Carter. You know what I'm saying? Because Carter knows who was talking to him. Even you can make up your face all you want. People know your voice. I mean, I don't have to see you to know your voice if you start talking.
Right.
It was a lot that video exposed. I understand what Kenny was saying. There are some now. I looked at his video, but I couldn't hear any of the sounds that he said. I couldn't hear the sounds, but I could see the variance in the height. When you turn to the camera, you look like you're almost touching the ceiling, and then when you turn to the bed, you short.
Right.
So I just like I said, I pray for the family, period, because it's a lot for Carter to ingest, DB's mother and family to have to deal with, because you can't, if you got everybody saying it's him and nobody's saying, wait a minute, y'all, it's not that, it's this. We need to look at the whole picture. But everybody that was in the house is pointing to him. That's a hard fight. And he is saying, I was there. I did go over there, but that's not me. And you got somebody who looks like you.
Right.
It's difficult. You know what I'm saying? I just, and then when you trying to explain to this young man, listen, tell me what you did. Then he gets frustrated. I ain't telling you nothing. I said it ain't me. You know how kids do.
Right.
So I just hope that his mom or family or whomever has been able to explain the severity of this to him, that he can talk and say, I got over there, maybe I'm sure he can tell time a little bit, or I went over there in the daytime. He would know to say that. Okay. And I don't think it was late night when that was shot. I think it was early morning, like 4 or 5 o'clock. I don't think it was as late as they're trying to make us think. I just think they played everything out early morning. I believe. Remember, Carter came in with white pants on.
Right. Right.
Cash had white pants on. When he lifted Cash up and took him out the room, he had on white pants.
Right.
Where did Carter get the blue pants, dark color pants from? Because where did he get them from? When he got up that morning?
Right. Well, I
It's dangerous too. It's very dangerous. The reason why we might not, there's a lot of stuff that's left out is because the neighbor next door. Who are you?
right.
I want to ask a question about somebody else, but it's interesting how people are coming up and presenting things. How do you know to say this is not this, but this is this? You know for certain.
Yeah.
How do you
Well,
know for certain?
I just got a text. From, if anybody want to come up on the panel, the link is in the chat. Just come on up real quick.
I can go down if you like for me to.
No.
SP.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
And it's from Kenny. And he's saying, I have a video, what sound up? I don't know what sound up means. What sound up?
No, what I was saying was I was looking at the video that he shared with you with the chat. And at one point he was saying to you, if you listen, you can hear certain things in the video, but I couldn't hear anything. I just looked at the video, okay? And I heard him narrate, like at one point he was telling us what the person was saying, I think almost to the end. But throughout there, he was like, if you listen, you can hear people talking. And I couldn't. That's all I was saying. I said I couldn't hear. Right. That doesn't mean everybody else couldn't. Because, I mean, I'm just one person. But I couldn't hear, like he was saying, now you got to move. Remember he told us that? but I didn't hear the person
Saying with
saying that.
sound, saying with sound. Oh, he's saying he's so. I guess what he said, he's got another video up with sound.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I think somebody just explained that to me. It did
Okay.
have sound. Oh, he's like, it did have sound on the video. You know.
I said I couldn't hear. That's all.
Right.
And
I mean,
and I'm glad he let me be clear. I looked at the video from the beginning to the end, Kenny. I just couldn't hear it. It could have been something on my technical side because I'm not an IT person. So no. I didn't hear a lot of what you said, and I just listened to what you said. You said this is what they were saying, so I just went back to the point of what you said they were saying. I was like, And now that you say, do you see the light on the floor, SP, where he's saying they'll make the grandfather was making a ha sound. That's people opening the door. So when you open the door and it's light already, it's gonna connect with the light in the room. It ain't a whole lot of light. So that was all. I mean, I just didn't hear it.
right.
And I'm listening from my cell phone, so I probably wouldn't get good quality anyway.
Right.
I just think that we must pray for this young man and this whole situation, because let them do it there. He's done. And it's not done. It's not done.
Right.
You know, I don't know why Monica won't speak up. I just think it's a scare tactic. Someone said she may be scared of her son or whatever. There's a whole lot of, as we can say, speculations that it could be in a ritual. I believe it was not scare tactic. It was aimed at the father. He did something, and they wanted their money.
Right. Hey, Barbara,
Hi,
how
Barbara.
you?
Great evening. Great
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening.
Oh God, I was just trying to jump through the TV, through everything, because I got everything going. SP, when we started looking at this video, when they were showing it, I said that baby is the key.
Mm-hmm.
When he came in and he talked to, excuse me, I got my mask on because I ain't got my teeth in my mouth and I'm, So, but when he came in and he spoke to that, whoever was there told him to lay back down.
Mm-hmm.
He knew who said it.
Right.
That's going to be the key right there. If they see you got to have a psychologist that speaks on a child's level to be able to talk to him.
Right.
And I guarantee you that baby is going to be able to say, oh, so-and-so, he told me to lay back down. I'm telling you, that baby he's going to be the key.
He already told it, probably.
Yes. Yeah. And there's one more thing that I want to say that I believe, and I really believe that that the dad, this is how it works. The dad had a debt to pay. He either ran off with some drugs or he done something. And he left. Now, that honcho person, excuse me, I hope I was allowed to say that name. In his song, he said, I will get your child. And I'm going to tell you how I know it works that way, because when I was out in the world, let me tell you something. When you do something to these drug people or whatever, if they can't get you, they're going to get something you love.
Right.
They'll kill your cat, your dog, the goldfish, anything that you love. They're going to get it. They're going to hit you where it hurts. And just like Betty was, or one of you guys was just saying, women, I'm sorry to say guys, was just saying that the money that the grandmother was sending, she was paying that debt off.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's the way it works, and I'm telling you, we probably done overlooked and never put that together. That's why he ain't never came back.
Right.
That's
That's
why he won't
why
show his face.
yes, he can't come back because he owed that money.
Right.
And when it all come down, and it might seem like, I'm reaching for stars, but when it all come down, that dad got more to do with this than just him leaving and she's a woman scorned. No, she's not.
Right. Well,
She
when I want, how sometimes you don't care for a person's personality, and then you hear things about them, and then you come to find out. I'm finding out a lot what Monica said, and I hate to say this. When she said, well, they ain't been looking for the baby. All of a sudden they now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. She was like, they ain't looking for the baby. They knew where the baby was. And now I hear that Trevor's mother was coming to pay, and she said she coming to collect the kids. And then they turn around and say, well, do you know what Melinda sent the kids for Christmas? You know what Melinda sent the kids for Christmas? A card. And it's kind of weird to me right now why the family's like, oh, it's an open investigation. But they can be on Facebook chatting it up, but nobody's showing their face. You don't know
and
who
then
that is behind
you
that.
know, even if for some odd way that Belinda, whatever her name is, sent a card. There's times when first they wasn't letting her be around the kids, period. So we gotta say that she wasn't supposed to be having no contact with the kids, and no, she wasn't looking for him. They gonna say she wasn't looking, but she was. But his mother, and then was a step ahead of her at all times,
Right,
so she couldn't find her kid.
right.
But the thing is, if I know that you have a drug problem, I'm
Mhm.
not going to send no money in a card for nothing because you're going to do what you want to do with it.
Right.
She know that he had to have it. She know that he had to have it, and Monica's going to do whatever she going to make herself look good. She's going to and going to put this lady down like that. I'm not saying that the mother was the best mother in the world. I'm not saying that because evidently it was something that the reason why the child was taken away. But I'll
Right.
never think that this lady was not looking for her kid. Because see that
Right.
grandmother and the father is the ones that kept them babies away.
No, I believe that Melinda and Trevor has these kids, 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. And when you separate, you get the girls, and they were supposed to be going to court or whatever, and he's supposed to have went to court, but he didn't ever show up to court. But she's thinking, being a mother, thinking, okay, he's got the boys, you know, they're going to be okay. They're with their father. No, even if he's with another woman, they're still going to be okay. They're with their father. I don't think Melinda knew that he got himself in a situation. Okay, even Melinda, if he got the kids, I'm not gonna be too worried because the kids is with their father, and I gotta go work. I'm driving a truck. I gotta work. You see what I'm saying? But they with their father. It's really, but we're looking for the father. But it's not like, well, I'm gonna go make a report because he kidnapped the kids. You can't kidnap your own kids. They gotta wait time to go to court, and then the judge say yes or no. You see what I'm saying? If they're your kids and you have the right to have them, that's not called kidnapping.
Exactly.
You can put out a report all you want. And until you go to court and the judge says you're the sole parent, then now you have custody to say when the child can go over there and when the child not. But as of I know in the United States, it's 50-50 with a man and a woman.
That's
So
right.
he didn't go to court and he left with the kids. I tell you what the court's gonna say. He didn't kidnap his kids. Those are his kids too. That's not called kidnapping. That's called being a parent. He's got his kids. He has a right to have them. If you would have took them, you had the right to have them. You got to go back to court. What Monica is saying is she knew that Trevor had those kids, but she wasn't trying. You know what? She wasn't trying to do nothing. That's what I think that's what she was trying to say. Like, because she had to know, why would somebody come and tell the news? She knew where this kids was because it can be easily checked. She knows that she can show some kind of proof that Monica knew where those kids. I mean, Melinda knew where those kids were at.
But I think you're right, SP. I believe that's the whole story right there. She didn't concern herself with the kids because they were with their father. We assume because we're the mother that we are entitled to have the kids. That's not true.
No,
That's not true at all. And I mean, I'm just saying, I've been in the court and I paid the child support because I made the most money. So, and we think it's always a man that pays child support. I was on the other end. I had to get visitation rights. I had to, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I told the judge, I said, I ain't never heard of this. He says, listen, it's not as cut and dry as you just said. You know, if you never go to court, guess what happens? It's split. If you married, it's the same thing. If y'all divorced, you just don't say, oh, I get to keep the kid. No. In the divorce decree, you got to decide what you're going to do.
Right.
And I believe that we know, we all three of us and anybody in the chat know what happened. He maybe, you know, she was like, listen, I'm going to take the girls, you get the boys, and then, you know, in a few months, we'll decide how we want to do things. And he must have been doing pretty good because she trusted. And if he wasn't, she just trusted that's their father. He's going to keep them safe. She didn't know. And you know, maybe she didn't think he was going to continue down the path he was going. He appeared to be okay. So, okay, I'm going to go in over here and do this. My girls are over here. I can go on and do what I'm doing. It ain't just her, it's any of us. If we think our kids are safe, guess what? We proceed on the track that we're doing so we can get back to where we were.
Right.
I'm certain. I'm certain that she wishes that she had done something differently. And Monica is the, you know, the factor of all of it. She brings it all together. You know what I'm saying? He was seeing her. They was running together, running in the streets together, and he said it on his little, I don't want nobody to see me interview. She was somebody that he saw she was good with kids and, well, maybe good with his kids. Okay. Right. But it was another woman that was good with him. And like you said, if you're not doing what Miss Vanessa, if you're not doing what I'm doing anymore, guess what? I don't want to be with you. Right. Because I don't want you tracking me. And so Monica was doing what he was doing. So, and plus she had kids and a place to stay. Seemed like it was okay. Hey. Right. But she said he ain't moving until February. I keep hearing Christmas. Remember, she said they could have Christmas. So when did he move in?
Monica said on Valentine's Day.
No, but if they sent the Christmas card, the kids was there and he wasn't there.
They were seeing each other during Christmas and they wanted to FaceTime the kids during Christmas and Monica said, she said no. But here's something, and it's weird because Trevor's family says those kids only knew Monica as a mother figure.
Well, he's probably had her he's had him for a while. We don't know.
They said that Melinda walked out of those boys' lives for 2 years.
I'm not surprised.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I mean,
so that kind of puts like what Monica is saying to be true.
Yep.
Because Monica said, that's why Monica was like, she ain't got them kids. Y'all lying. Them kids. She didn't believe it. The news reporter was like, no, Carter's back with his mama. And she was like, he's with CPS. She ain't got him. She didn't want him. She walked out of their life for 2 years.
And then she can only be going by what he telling her. You know,
True.
he could be telling her, all
You're
this
right, Barbara.
negative stuff about her. So that's
That
probably,
yeah,
why
Monica
I'm saying,
could be going by that, but why is Trevor's family saying that?
because Trevor's family was doing just as much as he was, keeping them babies away from her. I
Mhm.
mean, the girl, I don't care how bad a mother or whatever, but you birthed them kids.
Mhm.
You gonna have some type of feelings deep down inside. I don't care if they've been with somebody been with the father for 2 years, and even if the babies have been with Monica like 6 months or whatever, all they know is that the other people, or even the other babies or whatever other little girl, they probably was calling Monica mommy, mommy. So even the older kids, all of them saying mommy. So they don't know that her name is Monica.
Probably
They
so.
know
You
her
probably
as
right about that.
mommy.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you
You
probably
know,
right. That's why she says something about, yeah, if you say where's Monica, they'd be like, I don't know no Monica. That's
hmm
mommy.
Because
yeah, they
kids
know.
copy what they
They
hear. They
copy,
mimic
right?
they mimic what everybody else
hmm
is doing. So if
Mhm.
they was called, if everybody was calling her Monica, guess what? They would call her Monica.
They call her Monica.
I
Yep.
agree with you, Barbara. I agree. I just think that it's what I don't
Exactly.
understand is why. I I guess this is my question, and I wish I could, and I might try to do that. Why are y'all rushing to charge this young man when it's evident that other people were? Let's take away his. Looking at this video, if that's the video she presented, he went in there. Y'all ain't hear nothing. He went in there. He stood there for 20 minutes. Seemed like third, and he stood there, picked the bait. He almost fell going out the room.
Yeah.
hmm
He almost
hmm
fell with him.
There's
hmm
there's actually, after we got done with this video, there was something else that came up in our conversation that we need to go check out. And I'm hoping that we find what we're looking for. And it has to do with this video. I hope we can find what we're looking for. This it's gonna be a part two. It's gonna be a part two to it if it is. I believe it is, but I'm gonna look into it tonight when I'm at work.
I wonder sometimes if this was just planned. Like, I don't know, the young honcho, the young man that looks like DB.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of staging going on.
Right.
I'm gonna go back to my speculation. I don't like this. It's my thought is that the father took something, not only money,
hmm
but he
hmm
took product. And it
hmm
wasn't a little bit of product. It was
No,
a lot of
no.
product.
Yes.
Okay. It was a lot of money.
hmm
And so
hmm
when the person came to collect,
hmm
um, I'm trying to say this in a nice way. The house that is so nice of a house that takes all the young people in.
hmm
Okay. Um, when they came to collect, the two boys that run it couldn't produce it.
hmm
That's
Mm-hmm.
the other look-alike,
hmm
and the son. They couldn't produce it.
hmm
And then they started doing a process of elimination of
hmm
who had been on the property.
hmm Yes, sir.
Oh no, no, I think oh no, no. And when he didn't come back,
hmm
and they was blowing up his phone, and I mean, to go to that extreme, that
hmm
wasn't a little. I ain't talking. Oh, I can't say that wasn't a little bit of stuff. I'm gonna say
Mm-mm.
that the mother load had come in and it was
Oh yeah.
waiting to be transported
Oh
somewhere
yeah.
else.
Oh
And
yeah.
when he saw that, his eyes lit up like Christmas.
hmm He was like a sissy in Boys Town. That's right. Go
There
ahead.
you go. And he
hmm
took the money,
hmm
put her to sleep. Y'all pick up wherever. Put her to sleep.
Amen. Amen.
And eased on out. And he went on down the road.
Right on down a yellow brick road. Go ahead.
A yellow brick road, smiling. And when they called him, when he found somebody caught up where he was, because like we can go, you can what they say, what is it? On your phone, you can track somebody. He got comfortable one day and picked up the wrong phone, because when he left there, he went and got him a track phone, one of them disposable phones. But he picked up his regular phone because he figured he had been gone long enough. The heat was off. Mama was paying. Monica did her part. She calls, hey, look, he owes this amount of money. These people are not letting up. But the money wasn't enough. Because his arrogance, and you get mad all you want, Trevor, your arrogance. You can't play with people in the street, because that's how they live by a certain code.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
And you took and tested them. You tested their gangster, as they say. That's how we talk over here. You tested my gangster. Now you think I'm playing with you? They gave him a period to get back
everything.
So what they did was they started with that young little man. They started messing with that little man. Gosh. The thought of that. They started messing with that baby. And they were sending him photos. This is what we did to him. This is what we going, this, and it kept going. And you better leave, you know how men do, but he wasn't coming back that way. All right, man, send me my stuff. Give me my stuff. I can't. He probably was bawling, wailing out wherever he was. He was the big dog wherever he was. And then his product went out. And if you using and trying to sell, and you using more than what you selling, when you hit the city, you was the head man on campus. But if you a user, you blow through it more than the people that's buying from you, and it was probably very good product.
Gotta be cut, this and that, all that.
But see, you ain't know how to do that because you liked what it was, that the level it was at. And they was like, okay, man, bring me my stuff. I need you to get that. They begged him, and he wouldn't. And Carter was more. They didn't. Cash was mouthy. He would have been the gangster one. What? You know how she said he asked all the questions. He wanted to know what this was. Carter was the more reserved one. Carter's the more reserved one. He's the one that when his brother move, he gonna move, but you don't think he gonna move. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm an extrovert. You may be an introvert, but we together. Somebody say something to you. To me, I'm going. You sitting back, but they gonna think you not gonna get involved. But soon as something pop off, you right there. And that's how take out the twin part. So this thing is bad because they threatened Monica. Tell your boyfriend to bring me my stuff. Mom, he not playing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And she's like, I didn't give it to. She had to convince him. I didn't give it to him. How did he know where it was then? Because I put it such and such a place. But why debate? You know how he said, we didn't do nothing. This ain't revenge. Who asked you all of that?
Yeah.
Who asked you all of that? Did somebody? I didn't hear the reporter ask you, is this about revenge? I don't know why he would do this, because he ain't did nothing. No, he didn't do anything. His father did.
And not only that, when the product and the money, because he done clean house. He did not just he cleaned house. So when it was even. And I guarantee you, even if he was to bring it back, they was going to have to make an example of him.
They had to.
You're gonna have to be made an example. So
They had
he
to.
didn't come back. He didn't come back. So, like I said, then I'm gonna get something you love. I'm gonna hit you where it hurt. You went in you made a fool out of me.
In
So I'm
my
gonna show
town.
you. Yes,
In my
yes,
town.
in
And
my
you
town.
ain't even from here.
Hello.
Who
So
you
I'm gonna
coming up in
show
my town?
you.
Yes.
I'm gonna show you what respect is. You're gonna respect me.
You gonna put
You know,
yes. There you
and that's
go.
the whole thing that went on, is that this baby got caught up in the middle of
A war.
a unnecessary, because
Yes.
see, oh God, and just to think that he was what you call that, casualty, how
Of
you say
war.
that?
A casualty of war.
Yeah, it was just unnecessary casualty. That this baby ended up being, because his father was thinking, and I believe not only the father, but I believe Monica got a couple of little snorts and this and that, and they left, and she left, but she knew. Monica know more than what she's saying.
Why
She
why
knew.
would you put them back there? Why would you put
Right,
them away from
right.
everybody?
Cause they done told her, look, we gonna do if something's gonna be either you or them.
What you
And
say?
those babies were sacrificed. That boy was a sacrifice.
Yep.
Yeah.
They put that who first in the back room, as I've always said, in that back room back there. If you got any teenagers, anything like that, those are the ones that want to sleep back there in that room. So they
It
can go
was.
in and out as they want, come, have their friends and stuff in there. But then you gonna put babies back there that can't fend for themselves. They can't, God forbid, even if accidentally a snake or something, they get to screaming. Even if they get to screaming and wake up in a terror because they had a bad dream, who's gonna hear them?
Right.
You don't put babies back there like that.
Right.
So it's this was all like it was all planned out. Everybody. That's why everybody was looking on the camera, freeze, stop, pose, look, because they knew that every section of this camera was moving. But those babies was put back there for a reason. They wasn't just put back there because they wanted to be together in a little tiny bed. No.
Right. Right. You're right.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You're okay. I know we every time when we watch this video, we do our feelings, we get all in our feelings because we know that it's bad, but um trying to figure out what happened, just trying to figure out what happened.
I just think it's just gonna take. It's just gonna take a whole. It's gonna do a 360. It's like everybody just think he just went in there because he have a disability and he went in there and just did it. This thing is gonna take a whole 360, and it's gonna come around, and it's not even gonna be about him. It's gonna be about the dad and everybody else. And if they listen to that song, "I Will Take Your Child," that is the key.
Right.
That song, and talk to that baby. Get one of those psychiatrists that talk on the child's level. They get the baby dolls and talk
Yeah.
and say, and that baby's gonna end up telling the story, because then he don't know what he's saying, because they don't know to lie. They don't know how to lie.
I think the family, like when something like this happens, they just want somebody. I mean, if they okay, the police say we got this person over here, and they're like good, they're like good. They really don't. They're to the point like I don't know, our hands are tied. I don't know, just happy that somebody's locked up, but
Mm-hmm.
they're
Mm-hmm.
not. They're not like, oh, we want to make sure we get the right person. They're just, I mean, because how would you feel? I mean, I haven't never had something like this happen to my family where somebody got taken out and we don't know who it was. but you would want some revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you don't care if you'll be like, they must have had something to do with it. They there, you know what I'm saying? Or they should have told, or whatever. It's like, but this is a baby, so I don't, I don't care. I mean, they still want. I would believe. I can't speak for them, but I would believe that they do want truth. They do want uh Monica and them all, arrested, but you know they're really not looking for truth.
Well, they're not going to dig any further. Only reason why they're not going to
Right.
try to get the truth is because they made such a mockery, such a mess of this situation. Because first, everybody in that house, well, they should have shut that whole house down, and
Yeah.
everybody should have been put in a different police car and taken down there to the
And
police station.
did you know, and I know we got to get off of here. They
Mm-hmm.
saying that my husband saying the electrician's supposed to be on his way. Anyway, did you know that in all the like saliva, vomit, throw up,
Mm-hmm.
DNA is in those things. Your blood is in those
Mm-hmm.
things. So when people be like, "Oh, blood was on this and blood was on that," was it physical blood or was it like uh, particles from throw up, crying,
Mm-hmm.
urinating? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes their whole bowel
Right.
system shuts down when you're
Shut
dying.
down
It
and
shuts
release.
down, and
Mm-hmm.
poop goes everywhere, and pee goes
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. Sometimes it can even come out your mouth, and things
Yes.
of that
Yes.
nature. People don't know that, but it
Yes.
does, and
Mm-hmm.
it could have been already, like I said, passing away or something, or
And
it could
and
be
one and two more things, ST, before you go. Um, Now the baby was picked up, and we know that this person didn't have on no gloves because I mean, I kept looking, and he didn't have on no gloves. So anything that we touch, I don't care. Anything that we leave, what they call touch DNA. I can touch your clothes, I can touch something on you, and my DNA will be on you.
right.
I don't hear nobody saying anything about these clothes that this baby had on or anything. Then another thing that came to me is, even through all this, when the baby was to come back and get the last child, that father, if he didn't have nothing, if he wasn't afraid or anything, he would have came back and got his child where he was at. He never showed his face back in that town.
Right. Right.
So I mean, that's just something to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking,
Yeah. It's like
why
it
didn't you
seems
come
to
back?
me there's a lot of people, and I just got this text message, which I really don't care. People are
Mhm.
protecting grown folks that, you know what, there's a baby that's gone, and they're saying, don't say this, don't say that. You know what? Don't tell me, and I
Mhm.
won't repeat it. Don't tell me, because don't tell me something, then say, oh, don't say this. No, that's stupid. But why are you
Mhm.
telling me? I
Yeah,
don't want to hear your little dirty secrets just to
yeah,
get giggles off of. Don't tell me, because it don't make sense to me.
yeah. Oh,
Just let me
well, we don't have. There's no such thing as a secret right now. This baby's
it,
life is going.
nothing's a secret. They
Right. There's no
People got
secret.
some pertinent information. When you get information of who it was that came in that house, then let me know that. Don't come and tell me what
Mhm.
Juju said and Jaja said and don't say nothing and da 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 da. Don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me and tell me, because you know what? I'm going to put it out there, because
Yeah.
there's somebody in jail right now. There's somebody dead right now, and you playing games on the phone? No, I'm not the one. I'm not a kid. I'm not a baby.
No.
I'm gonna put it all out there, because
Mhm.
somebody needs to come up and say something.
Mhm. Mhm.
If you
Yeah.
didn't want it out there, then don't call me, because I not the one. I think the police need to get all the information. I think the lawyers need to get all the information. I think this family over there that's fighting for their kid need to get all the information. I think the family that lost this a child need to get all the information. And if you want to keep your secrets, keep it to yourself. Don't call me, because anything you tell me, I'm going to put it out there so they can hear it all.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because maybe something that you
I
say
don't know.
it might trigger somebody to say, "Oh, I better say something because
Yeah,
I know that
yeah,
you can't keep it to yourself. It ain't
yeah,
about you no more."
right. It's like, who are we protecting?
Yeah.
Who are we protecting? What? Meth heads? I'm not protecting none. Not a one. Not
Not
Trevor,
one.
not Monica, not
No.
Melinda, not
Not
Darian.
none of them.
Nobody. I'm not protecting none of them.
Mm-mm.
That's why we tell people, if you see something, say something. Because guess
Yes.
what? I will say something. You
Mhm.
will not have to guess what I know, because I will tell you if I heard it, and I will say it again in front of you, and I will even say who told me.
Yeah.
So if you really don't want to get mad, I will put your name out there until that too, because I don't care. A child is gone. I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't be running around digging for stuff, and because it's called gossip. If you're talking about somebody and there's no purpose, what is it? It's gossip,
That's
right?
right. Gossip. That's
We're
it.
trying to help the situation and get all the information that we need, so that either he can help this young kid, or find out that another child will not get killed because you want to keep a secret. Because
Yeah.
whoever done it, if it wasn't Darian that done it, then you got a baby killer out there.
Yeah, right. And it seemed like if somebody is telling you something, or even if they said, "Okay, you ain't got to say my name, but I'm gonna tell you this," and you don't call and say, "Well, don't say this to that," because then that makes me feel like either you lying, or
Yeah,
who are you trying to protect? What are you trying to protect?
exactly. That's what I'm looking like. Well, what are you doing? Who are
Yeah,
you protecting? You're not
yeah.
protecting the innocence of this child that got killed, because
Mm-mm.
the family says they want the truth.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are you talking about?
And all
Are we,
right
are
now
we talking
is
about
it
truth, or are we
matters.
talking about gossip here? Because you call
Mhm.
me for gossip, honey. I ain't trying to gossip. You tell me something about this kid, I'm gonna let everybody know. Period, point blank. I tell you all the time. Don't call me telling me,
Mhm.
and you can get mad later on. I don't care. I have to answer to my God, and if it can help another child, just think about if the person that killed this baby, let's just put it out there, is still out there, which I do believe.
Mhm.
That's just me, my perception. Then why are all the secrets?
Mhm.
Because if
Mhm.
there's any secrets, it's not to protect Darian. It's secrets
Mhm.
protecting the person that killed this child.
Yeah,
It
that's right.
is. Because one little thing can add to another little thing that will make sense to why this whole thing happened. And you're sitting there saying, don't say nothing. Don't tell them I said it. I ain't said who said it, but I'm going to say it was said.
That's right. Like my mother said, tell the truth and shame the devil.
And if the police come to me, and if the attorney come to me, I will give them the emails and the text
Mhm.
messages that you said it, you called, and that's what you said.
That's right. Because somebody got to stand up for this baby. Somebody got to do it.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not the one. All right, I'm gonna get off here. Hopefully that this electrician really do come. I'm getting tired of this. This lighting is terrible.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came up, Barbara.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when Betty was on there, my skin was crawling. I was like, "Oh, this is what I've been saying. I've been feeling this." I was just too glad. And yes, it's gonna do a 360. It's not
Mhm.
gonna be what everybody thinks.
Did
Yeah.
did you did you realize that the person, the intruder that came in there, was on the phone the whole entire time? Did you know
No,
that?
I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that, but I noticed the person when he came in there. I was just watching because I'm like, every time he would move, you would. it seemed like he was paying attention to the camera. That's what I thought I was looking at until y'all was saying how he was on the phone and he was listening. Okay, then that made a little more sense. But I thought he was paying attention every time he moved. You know, the camera would move. That's what I was saying. He just know that this camera, every time he moved, the camera's watching him. You
Right.
know, so that's what I was feeling. No, I didn't think he was on the phone. But so to see, like I said, a 360, everything is turning.
Right.
It's
Right.
turning. Mm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep this video up, but to release just the video by itself, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do it for just the members only first. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. That's
All
the only reason why I'm trying to do it, to see if I can do it.
right.
Because I've never had a video to try to release. So I'm gonna try to do that and see if it works or something. I don't know. Anyway, all righty. Thank you, Barbara.
And thank you. I'm glad that we got to, talk. It's thundering and lightning over here. And I just pray that the Lord just reveal everything, because it's got to come to a head. So, we just got to pray and touch and agree that the Lord is going to reveal everything. Everything.
He will.
Mm-hmm.
He will.
Well, you have a blessed evening. I was truly blessed. And so everybody just keep on keeping on. And we're going to touch and agree and believe that everything is going to be all right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. God bless you.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. I want to thank Don Pride. I want to thank Matt, making a difference. For the super chat, I want to thank Tiffany Drake. I want to thank everybody for coming in here and enjoying. I know we got a lot of questions, you guys. I know you guys got a lot of questions. And I wasn't really able to look at your comments. I'm going to go back over the live. We're going to check it out. I will see you guys later on. Be good, be safe, be nice to each other. And thank everybody. Make sure if you didn't hit the thumbs up as you came in, please do so going out. Bye.
Thank you! Thank you!
TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll. Do you like to shop online but hesitate because of the uncertainty about sizing and the quality of some items? Have you came across an outfit that you love to rock, but girl, you want to know more about the company and how their items run first? I get it. Check out TeNika Shenette, the plus-size doll on YouTube for the latest updates in plus-size fashion and styles. She does the reviews that you can use. Timing is of the essence, but she will reach out to any company if she's not already signed with them. And get that item or a similar item to try it on first and provide that honest review on sizing, quality, and shipping. She does it all and often can get a discount code exclusively for her subscribers. So subscribe now and shop with confidence, knowing if you would size up, size down, or true to size. She also reviews wigs, bundles, hair products. Like I said, she does it all. Measurements are in the description as well as the contact information for business inquiries or collabs. So subscribe today to be a part of the dollhouse where everything is big, bold, and beautiful. The link is in the description box down below.